Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we are watching Death Note episode 31. Nier might die. I don't know.
Maybe.
He's surrounded seemingly right now, unless they're doing some editing tricks or he's not actually there. We don't know if he's going to die and leave the rest of Mello, but they're in direct competition. I don't really know, dude.
All I know is that whatever happens is going to be broadcasted on Sakura TV. So
yeah. I didn't expect, I guess, the inner team, Aizawa, the inner team to suspect Light again in this way. How it's played out is very interesting. I don't know if they're the number that they're gonna call. If that's, I don't know. They couldn't just call right now. They couldn't call Nier and be like, "Oh, yeah, I think it's him." That's not gonna change anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We thought that maybe the number was Mello's number because Nier predicted this, but I don't know. I love Nier as much as I could for only getting to know him.
We
the last
don't really
few
have
episodes.
a lot of time with him, and he doesn't seem to have a super distinct personality yet, separate from our idea that they were half of L.
Yeah,
Two halves.
but he smiles like this, and it's cute. And I don't want him to die. But my favorite characters die in the show all the time now.
All the time.
I don't know. I'm just kind of on the ride,
Yeah. I don't really. The show has gone places I never thought it would go.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how it's gonna be closed off, and how the end is gonna wrap everything up. I feel like for the phone number that they were given to call, I feel like out of anyone, we theorized that maybe Matsudo would have called first. Especially before he walked into the room. Yeah. But I'm nervous now because Light is hearing all of these people doubting him.
Yeah.
So does he just eliminate all of them at once, and then obviously none of the task force at that point would suspect him because they'd all be dead. And so then he'd just have to, it's almost like, does he take this to the next level where he's this untouchable god that's not a part affiliation with Japanese police or anything,
Yeah.
Does he take this step and then say that Kira did it all and go on with what he's doing? I'm not sure.
It's a good question. If Nier walks outside here, he's done, right? Misa's ready, watching TV. Maybe Nier tries to contact the president, even though he's already been contacted by Light, and tries to be like, "Oh yeah, I think that's Kira." Maybe that would sway him.
I like the idea that he might not even be in that building.
Yeah.
Because when I think about situations like that, I think about that original room that Elle would sit in.
Mm-hmm.
And how even after Elle died, we went back to that room and saw a computer open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, maybe the actual headquarters of where Nier is, the secret headquarters of the SPK isn't even
That'd
there.
be awesome.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I think it's too early to kill him, in my opinion.
But there's only so many episodes left, too.
Right.
I don't know. Are we going to see Mello eat more chocolate this episode?
Probably.
Are we going to see Mello this episode?
I mean, if Nier dies, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Mello, because I feel like he is going to be very angry that the game didn't get to win.
Yeah.
Against Nier.
I could see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Handle them.
You think so?
That would make the second Alan.
He's very confident.
One and the same person.
Very in-your-face visuals, right? Imagery.
Nier. I have to kill him.
Looking pretty cool.
Fellow Kira supporters, I urge you, do not rush the building all at once.
It seemed like it was in Japan, right?
Bring them in front of the cameras. There'll be a sacrifice.
Gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Nier, you've got no choice. You better evacuate.
You've got some nerve to say that, being Kira.
What? Are you still going on about that nonsense?
Why is it we're being targeted and right after I start suspecting you? Pretty convenient if you ask me. Kira is likely amongst you. Even as we speak, he is in that room. I'm simply asking you to think about this carefully.
This is all sounding way too familiar. The original L also thought that Light had to be Kira.
Dude, I'm talking about honest citizens who believe in their hearts that by punishing evildoers, Kira will actually make this world a better place to live.
I know that, but it still leaves us with the immediate problem.
We'll use L's legacy and the anti-Kira protesters we hired.
What?
I'm
What?
aware of that, but I can't imagine a better time to do it.
Anti-Kira protesters.
Are you gonna have the two groups of protesters duke it out or something? They are a different
Jesus
breed. He was right.
Christ.
Money! There's so much!
That's a lot. Man, I wish I were over there right now. Of course you can use money to get apples, so I can kind of understand.
Fair enough.
Lots of apples.
He's planning to use all this chaos to escape into the crowd. He can't escape from Demigawa's cameras.
Over there, pilot! Go to the
Oh my god.
money's coming from!
You can't trust the selfish people.
At this rate,
Oh!
I can leave you the front
Are you gonna
exit.
take your toys with you?
He's got to.
police would have to mobilize for a riot like this.
Look at that police officer with toys in his hand. That's kind of weird.
Where is he? Damn it.
He's just silent. He's not like, look.
Is that even more suspicious?
Probably, right? You'd probably want to be like, oh, thank God, Nier, you made it out safe.
Yeah. Cool image.
Yeah.
How much money do you think was there? That was a lot. Matsuda, not
I think Matsuda is meant to be the most realistic character in the entire show.
Yeah, I'm loving Aizawa as a character, dude.
It's almost like he's filling the shoes of Chief Yagami now.
already?
This is Nier.
You're safe. That's a relief.
To all of you on the task force, I'm sure that by now some of you are starting to suspect that Kira may be one of you. If you don't suspect the second L of being Kira by now, you're in the wrong line of work. The number I gave you the day before has been reconnected. Please feel free to call anytime you like.
His little smile.
Nier knows that to stop them from calling, Light would have to kill them.
What do you do if you're Light in this situation? How do you
What do you do
play
if you're
this?
them?
Yeah.
If you don't want to die, if he is Kira.
Cooperate with Nier, please go ahead.
Oh my god. What a shot.
Aizawa.
When I think about Deputy Director Yagami, I don't want to suspect Light.
Dad?
Huh?
Welcome back.
I've-
didn't know
Oh,
you
she's
were gonna
older
be home
now.
tonight.
I have bad memories when the character says dad.
Dad?
Well, don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Okay, you too, Dad.
He also has to worry about their safety as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or the fact that they might lose him.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the others contacted Nier. I've got no choice but to do it.
Kill them? Or is he gonna kill them?
An emergency order from Light.
Is she gonna have Misa do it?
File number 3.
Do you think she'd go through with it?
It's something
Wait.
shocking.
This is Nier.
I'm with the Japanese task force.
Do you think he's gonna be on the phone with him when he dies? Oh no.
Or that's what we're supposed to think is
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I'm just worried. You saw Misa's face.
I know, but maybe it was something like more innocent than people on the task force. Like, I don't want to say Aizawa's family because we just saw them.
Yeah.
But what good would that do?
If I do this, my safety is guaranteed, and I can finally just be a normal wife. Thank you, Light.
Something that would make her be able to be a normal wife.
You're saying there were 2 suspects in the Kira investigation that the previous cell detained for more than 50 days, cleared based on the 13-day rule, correct? And Al was willing to release them because of that?
No. Then on the way, the deputy director pulled over and pointed a gun at the suspects. He said that he would first kill Kira, then himself.
The idea was that if he were Kira, the suspect would have killed the chief right then and there.
He must have used his detainment to demonstrate his innocence. Well done. Did the suspect volunteer to be detained as part of the
Yes.
investigation?
Light did volunteer to be imprisoned.
If he did, then I'd say that settles the matter.
Holy shit.
Who were those two suspects?
This is the moment of
I
truth.
can't tell you that much. I'm willing to cooperate, but
Thank you very much. Your information's been quite valuable. Especially the part about Shinigami's eyes that enabled you to see other people's names.
Shouldn't you have pressed for a little more information?
I think that all things considered, his level of cooperation is fine for now. I discovered something very important. The person suspected of being Kira is Deputy Director Yagami's son. It's the only possible explanation. Why else would the Deputy Director say he would kill Kira
Honestly.
himself? That means the second L and the person I think is Kira can only be one man. Light Yagami.
Ooh. Yes. Oh no, baby.
What's Mello doing? What has he found
Am
out
I
on his
happy
end?
about this? What's happening? My emotions are weird.
there's something you should know. I phoned Nier and talked to him.
Don't worry about it. After all, I was the one who recommended it.
I want to believe that you aren't Kira, but I've got to be certain. I'm sorry to have to do this again, but I want to put you under surveillance until we catch Kira. I'm gonna search your place right now. There's a possibility that Amane might have a notebook.
Go right ahead. Look at it this way. At least you can prove to
What
everyone that I'm not
did
sneaking
Misa
around
have?
and contacting Misa in private, right?
I'm coming with you. I want to make sure too.
I think that's why Mogi stayed the night.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he was asleep. What was the thing Misa did
I
to become the
know.
perfect wife? Something weird.
Mochi! Mochi-chi! Long time no see, you two! Light hasn't been home at all lately, so I've been super bored.
Well, there's no way she's got the notebook hidden on her dress like that.
What? How about Light? Is he okay? I have to call him.
No, you can't call him right now.
How come? Oh, I get it. Light loves me like crazy, so he doesn't want me to call him because that'll only make him worry about me.
You won't find the notebook.
Is it on her? Where is it? Is it still with him?
It's time for Kira's kingdom.
Oh, does it have to do with Kira's kingdom? The thing that she was setting up?
Maybe?
Hero worshippers. Its construction is going smoothly, but will depend on the generous support of our loyal viewers.
What's to be done there? Is it like a church?
Hey, so is everything okay?
Oh yeah, seems like it was just a prank. One of us is gonna stay and keep watch over you for the next few days.
Really? Oh, that would
How
be great.
kind.
Why don't you go back to headquarters? I'll stay on guard here.
Huh? I'm with Monchi-chi instead of Mochi? You're just not Monchi-chi without your old haircut. You're not cute anymore.
Mogi. All right, you.
I like his new haircut.
This sounds like a con.
Yeah,
Yep, just another scam at this.
because all he cares about is money.
It doesn't even seem like Kira's style. He's just acting on his own now. If he keeps doing this, he'll end up pushing people away from Kira. I don't need him anymore.
What's Ryuk
But I
doing?
can't do much at the moment.
We didn't find a notebook in Light or Misa's room.
You're more than welcome to keep watch over Misa and I until you're satisfied.
It's time for me to introduce the new leaders I have chosen for Kira's kingdom. The first gentleman is...
Delete.
Work with him!
Delete!
Who?
Who is this man? And I love that he's saying delete. Is that the man from the intro that I thought was older Light?
And delete.
That was so cool. Is this the plan Misa put in place?
This. Why would Kira kill his own supporters?
What's going on? There was no chance for either Misa Amane or Light to use the notebook to kill Demigawa.
Who is this?
It had to be part of their
person? It
plan,
had to-
right?
If Misa
Mikami.
I can definitely use him. It seems I was right to choose him for this.
was it someone on
He
the internet
understands
that
Kira's
was?
beliefs and ideals perfectly. He takes action without needing my
They
orders.
picked a person
Had
that was
Misa relinquish
ideal.
Ownership of the Death Note. Before she lost all her memories of the notebook, she sent it to someone else. Now she won't be able to answer any questions about it. She's just an ordinary woman.
That's what she said. She'd be able to be an
What?
ordinary wife.
It was clear he worshipped Kira from the bottom of his heart. He would understand that he was chosen simply by receiving and accepting the notebook.
He was there this whole time.
There was no mistake in my
He was a
selection.
prosecutor.
Teru Mikami. He's more than worthy of becoming the hand of Kira.
The hand
The
of
hand
Kira.
of
It's
Kira.
dangerous to give the hand of Kira
And Ryuk's there.
I'll be able to punish evildoers
all the
with
power.
God.
Well, that's not what I expected. That is the thing that I
When
furthest.
did Ryuk disappear?
You said when?
Yeah, because we saw him floating in the air. Was it before Light sent the instructions to Misa, and then we didn't see Ryuk in the room after that?
I think you're right.
How was no one suspicious that the Shinigami wasn't there anymore?
You're very right with it.
If Ryuk was constantly hanging out in the room and they all could see him,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be weird to them that he was suddenly gone?
yeah,
So he's hanging out.
he's here.
Is this before the instructions?
Correct. Then the night of is when she gets the instructions. Next time we see the room, he's not there. Aizawa has to have noticed that, you know? Wouldn't you think?
Are they too busy thinking so much about Light and watching his every move, and then the TV show's on at the time?
Maybe. That's a...
I mean, even if they realize that it might have been, the ownership might have been passed, they still have no connection of who the person was that Ryuk is now with and the Death Note is now with.
I will say, the way that he writes names in his book is
With the
very
delete?
cool. Yes,
I love the
delete. It
delete.
is
I
so
love
anime,
it.
and I love it so much.
Oh, and my favorite moment was the imagery that made it look like Teru
Yeah.
was in the room in front of Demigawa with his pen up in the air.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I almost thought for a second he was.
Yeah,
like,
I seriously did. Like, that was awesome shot.
Demigawa, the hand. It's dangerous to give the hand the weapon, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I guess Light doesn't know here that Demigawa's gonna do this stunt because he even says, "Oh, he's acting on his own," you know. And so
Yeah.
Teru almost proved himself to Light
gotcha.
here
I got the names mixed up.
as being like, "Oh, look, he's punishing them for being selfish, horrible people taking advantage of Kira's like power," you know.
Mikami. I referred to Mikami as Demigawa a second ago. I feel so stupid. Damn. Holy shit. So do you think
So action.
it is so action? So do you think Light sent the instructions about Demigawa to Mikami after like after the incident with the helicopter? He was like, "Oh, he's losing it."
He was probably just telling him to make sure he watched out for him. But obviously Light didn't know he was gonna open this church and like, or this, what, Kira's kingdom building, and have leaders and ask for like, what was it, like 100 million yen or something,
Yeah.
donations.
Yo, Mikami is so cool, bro. He's so cold.
He's the guy in the intro that I thought was older Light,
Look at this.
but his hair's darker.
Yeah. Oh my god, just like whoosh. It was so cool.
Might be my new okay, thank you for introducing him. I needed like a new favorite character now that Elle was gone.
It's very interesting. Like, so he's a prosecutor, I believe it said.
Mm-hmm. And apparently his ideals and his idea of criminality is the same as Kira's.
So he was on Kira's Kingdom. He participated in the next show.
Light has been interesting. I love the idea that Light's been surveying his fans.
Yeah,
surveying
me too.
his supporters to see who could possibly line up with him just in case he
Teru
ever needed to do
Mikami.
this.
Shinigami, thank you for coming to me. So he has the eyes as well, no? Or is that
Yeah.
visual?
Isn't it that whoever gets that? No,
You have to make the deal.
you have to make the deal.
So the first thing he did was make the deal. And that was, I guess, the
Well, because
image of Ryuk.
he thinks of Kira as a god. So Light would think that if someone thought of Kira as a god and Kira was bestowing on them this power, then they would definitely take the ideal.
Definitely.
So it makes sense.
Was like the little shot that we got of Ryuk and Mikami.
Oh, it was like we were seeing Ryuk's face distort and change in like flashing shots during this.
Yeah, was that like the ideal happening?
It might have been. Ryuk was like making
That's the
very
only way he would have known the
excitable,
names
happy
from the TV.
faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had to be quick.
I cannot believe that.
I was wondering why Ryuk was so happy.
It's not. Yeah, Mikami, dude. He's so
He's
cool. Where was the like flashing of Ryuk? It was before this, right?
Was it where this started and when light...
There. I think the eyes opening was him getting the ideal, right? So then he
Yeah.
could kill everybody on TV.
I'm trying to wonder where Ryuk's flashing face was.
Maybe before then.
Because it was quick scenes happening. Was it when this first came on the screen and Light was like, he's acting on his own?
Maybe.
It's not Kira's style. Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Damn, I cannot believe
Pushing people away from Kira.
I
That's not what Kira would want.
So I have been enjoying this show, of course, but the level of enjoyment honestly has to be a little bit less after episode 25 because it was such a high. I am really glad that they introduced another player here. It definitely ramps it up again for me in excitement. I like Mello. I like
I like them.
Nier.
But I haven't gotten like as attached to them as L,
which I think's fair.
which I think is yes, it's fair. We also haven't gotten enough time with them where we have little moments that we can like start to speculate what they're like or little funny habits they have, but it's not as much that we had with L.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for this new introduction.
Mikami.
Like, come on, delete.
Like, right when I saw that he said delete, I was like, I'm gonna love this character.
And he like even did these like moves when he wrote it.
He's very
It was,
anime.
like, so dramatic. I love it. I also like that I like the reinforcement of another person with Kira ideals that isn't selfish about it. Every person we've had that agrees with Kira and that's a follower, like Demigawa and all of those people that were rioting outside of the SPK, they all were selfish.
Yeah.
They were a certain group of people. And Nier said, there's a certain group of people that would think Kira was doing a good thing. But then this group of people's different. Like, Nier even specified that this was not the group of people that Kira are selflessly supporting Kira because they believe that Kira is correct in making the world a safer place. And I love this introduction of another morally like on the fence, are they morally good, like character.
Yeah.
Because like Nier and Mello, they're only doing this because they not because they have stake in caring about the stake of the world and peace and all that. They're doing this more as a game between the two of them and this taking over for L thing.
I wonder where Mikami is. Like, what country? Do you think he lives in Japan? Do you think he...
We know how old he is, but that's like...
Yeah. Like,
Well, yeah, doesn't he have to live in Japan if he was constantly going to Kira's kingdom?
Oh, that's true. Oh, no, it does give us his location, I think. I think something prefecture, right?
So cool. Mm-hmm.
27, occupation prosecutor. Maybe not. I would imagine he's from Japan, though. Oh, residence, Kyoto Prefecture. Yep. Cool. So, do you think that he's going to meet up with Light in person at any point?
that might not be safe.
It might not be safe, but it's crazy that Light is just like, all right, here's a notebook, you know. It makes sense. It's just crazy. Also, I do not envy Mello or Nier at the moment. I don't know how the fuck you're gonna track him down, Mikami. There's literally...
You would have to get to a point where Nier starts suspecting people that are intelligent fans.
Yeah.
Capable or competent fans and non-selfish fans.
But there are so many fans
Right.
that it's like, how do you fucking narrow that down?
You would be like, okay, who has appeared on TV in support, who seems competent? He probably would have looked up that this guy was a prosecutor.
But you have
Those things could be red flags.
Yes, it agreed, but I feel like it'll take a little bit to even get to the point of, oh, Light Yagami doesn't have the notebook anymore, because in Nier's mind he's like, this is who it is.
They still haven't figured out why in the car with Chief Yagami did Kira not necessarily act.
Yeah.
And it's because they don't understand the concept yet of passing ownership.
Mm-hmm. So Mello, I believe, is in Japan, unless this is just like writing for like the anime's sake, but you know, I would assume that they are in Japan, or Mello is. Interesting.
Love the addition. I think
I'm
it
very
adds
happy
something.
with the addition. I love that he chose a prosecutor. That is so fucking awesome.
Because it
from a
reinforces
storytelling
that
perspective.
he thinks that he's doing right. You're so right. From a storyline perspective, it's perfect.
It's like, what kind of person would you have to have to be the person, like your hand, right?
Well,
somebody who's strong-willed with their own sense of judgment. That the prosecution, right? You are acknowledging the laws in your country, and you are working in the system to enforce those laws, and that is literally the job that he is taking as the hand of Kira.
And I'm sure as a prosecutor, he's faced many, many criminals who have not gotten off with the sentence that they deserved.
Yeah.
So he might have a built-up
That's such a good
resentment
point.
against the law, even.
Yeah.
That the law wasn't enough, and his case wasn't enough.
That's such a good point.
To punish.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. Misa has no memory of it, and that totally makes sense in what she said earlier. Does she just wear this all the time?
I think she wears cute... I mean, okay, so this is the same day that she realized... She probably picked out this outfit before losing her memories.
Yeah.
And, now she just thinks, I'm gonna be the perfect, ideal wife, and Light's gonna come home and be so happy to see me. Yeah.
It just looks very uncomfortable. Somewhat. I don't know, she's wearing shoes. You're home, bro.
Yeah.
Chill. Seeing Misa's outfits throughout this entire series has been one of my favorite things.
Have you noticed that her eyes are always drawn different?
Yes, I have. It's very interesting.
I'm trying to figure out if it correlates to her state of mind or what's happening with her. Because, imagine that scene where she becomes the writer in the Death Note for Light, and she is in that very, that costume, and she's singing, and her eyes are drawn very sharp and angular, and then in the more comedic scenes, or when she's more naturally herself and innocent, they're very round, which is similar for Light.
Yeah, but to
childlike.
I exactly, especially when Light gave up his memory, and you could see the innocence on his face that we loved. I think I'm with you, but probably just to a lighter degree, because it's Misa, it's not Light. But I definitely have noticed the subtlety of her just face, when she is just so pure. There's no malicious intent in her. It's just, I'm gonna be a wife to Light.
Yeah.
Rather than I'm gonna be a wife to Light and kill people.
Right.
So before I realized that Misa didn't have the memory, I thought that there was some strategic play of her not wanting Aizawa to be the person with her.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But she does like Mochi.
Yeah.
We already knew she liked Mochi.
Don't you trust me? You're not Monchichi without your old haircut. I love it. I like his new haircut. I loved his old haircut too, though. Interesting. Not where I thought the show was gonna go.
So Light could now be surveyed.
Yeah.
Safely.
Yep.
I wonder if they're still gonna go through with it, because Aizawa was saying it right before they saw Demigawa's performance.
It's a lot of trust, though. That Light has to have in Mikami, because, like, yeah, he can be surveyed, but what if something happens or is happening in a certain way that Light wants to change? I don't know how you reach out. What if Mikami does something slightly wrong, or slightly...
He can't even use Misa for help here.
Yeah, you just have to kind of
like,
trust Ryuk.
Yeah, and, like, Ryuk doesn't owe you anything.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really thought that he was in the same building. I was like, is this motherfucker walking up to him while writing his name? It totally looked like that to me. Like, Demigawa looked like he was seeing somebody.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So good.
Well, I did think of one reason why Light might be okay trusting him. Because Light also could punish him. He has his full name and his face.
Does Light have a notebook, though?
Where are the notebooks?
I feel like an idiot.
I feel like there's 2.
I thought there was 2, and
then there were 3. No? Yes.
I don't have my notebook. So,
Where are the notebooks? One's with Mikami.
Well, one of the notebooks was taken back after Chief Yagami's death.
Yes.
I thought that there were only 2 at that point.
Were there only 2 at that point?
Because we had the two notebooks between Light and Misa before they lost their memory. Right?
Oh, well, Light probably has a piece of paper.
Oh, very true.
Doesn't he keep one inside his watch?
Yes, he does. But my question is, remember the moment that he was like, I'm going to keep this notebook on me at all times so I remember, like, I retain the memory?
Yeah.
When was that?
That was before Chief Yagami and Sayu and that whole plan.
Okay.
They were in like a hotel. No, they were. Yeah, it was before.
So I think there's only the one notebook plus the writing, right? Right?
Why am I having a brain fart about this? At one point, I was like, there's 3, and then I now don't know what to think anymore. Because they've been passed around so much.
They have been passed around so much.
Because didn't Ryuk have 2?
Yeah, because he stole the other guys.
And then Misa had one, because it was Rem's.
Oh.
So Ryuk still had one on him, and Light got the extra one that Ryuk had taken from Sido. So now there's only 2 in the universe, in like the Earth.
That makes sense. So they each have one, right?
Yes. But where is Light hiding it that Aizawa and Mochi couldn't find it? In a place that Misa also wouldn't be able to
Is that
find
not
it.
the one that he has on him?
Does he still have it like tucked into his shirt and his pants to keep on him at all times? Because, like, what if someone decides to, like, search him? That wouldn't be safe.
Yeah. Because we have... Sido, right?
Mm-hmm.
His is gone.
Yeah. So now
but
it's
we
just
still have
Rems and
Jealous. And Rems, yeah. Right?
Where did Jealous's notebook go?
Isn't Jealous's Rems?
Did Rem have Rem's own and then Misa had Jealous's? Yeah.
I thought it was because Ryuk has his own. Fuck. God damn it. Because Ryuk has his own notebook that he hasn't given away.
Right.
And then he gave Sido's Death Note to Light, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then... Okay.
They have one, don't they? The task force? Because Chief Yagami had one. It wouldn't be able to be on Light's person, you know?
Yeah.
Chief Yagami had one.
But that's the one that he brought to America. to make the
Is
trade
that the
for
one
his
he
daughter.
Gave back to Sido?
Yeah, that's the original. Because yes, that's how they got the rules, right? The fake rules and everything. So that is so that one's away. That was the original Death Note that Light had. Right?
Yeah.
So that's out of play. We still have. We have we have 2 left because we have Rems after she died. When she killed L. And then we have Misa's original, what was Jealous's. So we have 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you unsure now?
I'm a little confused. I feel like there was a lot of like movement that was happening.
Yeah.
And I was so wrapped up in watching that I wasn't tracing where the notebook was.
I
and,
believe
following it.
I believe Light has one, and then Mikami has one. I think Light has Rems.
Well, yeah, because Ryuk's there with Mikami.
Yeah, but this isn't Ryuk's Death Note.
So Ryuk was just going with. Oh, he passed ownership to Ryuk.
Yeah. So that
Okay,
was
so
connected to that
technically
one.
it's Ryuk's, but it's not Ryuk's.
That's why it's difficult because like they passed ownership like in a fucking group hug, and then we're here and it's
We're
passed so
let's
much.
all pass it in a circle for
I
like
feel
the
like-
second time.
I feel like at the end of every episode they just need to have like a chart.
A
and it's
chart,
like who
yeah,
has
where it has moved.
who has it and where is it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think that's it. I need to
Yeah.
like sit down and then think my life through and then figure out who has each one before next episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like a big trust in the mailing system to just like mail a Death Note. You know?
Yeah.
It says air
I don't
on
think
it.
I would trust mailing something like that.
This is kind of an unnerving shot of Misa,
Yeah, she looks brainwashed.
just an ordinary woman, and then it was that. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, that's all I have. These little like numbers
Oh,
that
they
they
make you
have.
think of Hunter x Hunter, don't they?
They make me think of Hunter x Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Not
Oh,
that
they're
one,
not
though.
circles anymore. When they're not circles,
Yeah.
they don't make me think of it. There we go.
Yeah, not the squares though. All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.